We continue now at the top of Daf Yomi Gemara in Meseches Gittin. This is Gittin Daf 18b. On the previous Amud, the Gemara brought Rabbi Shimon's opinion in the Mishnah that if you have a predated get, it's kosher. And Reish Lakish says that's only true if you wrote it, let's say, during the day and then you signed it that night. So that kind of a predated get is going to be kosher. But if you sign it, let's say, 10 days later, in other words, there's an extended delay, so then it's going to be a problem, even according to Rabbi Shimon. Why? Chashinon Shema Piyas, because we're afraid maybe the husband and the wife are going to make up. Rashi says, Shema Piyas says, Ishto B'soch Kach, maybe he'll make up with his wife during the interim. Uva and he'll have relations. V'have get Yoshan, and that would render it what's called a get Yoshan. Again, an old get, so to speak, meaning to say that the get was written, but then afterwards the husband and the wife were together. That is a problem. And the Gemara continues, Rabbi Yochanan Amar, but Rabbi Yochanan says, Afilu mikan v'ad asara yomim, even if it's a 10-day delay, imisa depayis kol islay lemilsa. If it was true that they made up, so the word would get out and everybody would be aware. Rashi says, Kol islay lemilsa shashcheinim v'ashcheino shomin tagar uktata shavidin ishli ishto. The neighbors know about the fights between them. V'chashar yishkod esrivam hakol margishim, and everybody realizes when the fight is no longer, when they make up, and so therefore there's no problem if there's a delay even of 10 days, because if it was true that there was this issue, everybody would know about it. And the Gemara continues, Itzmar, we have the following, Machlokas Amoroim, Amar Lasar Kisvu get Lishti. If a person says to 10 people, write a get for my wife, Amar Rabbi Yochanan says, Shnayim Mishum Edim, 2 of those 10 people, they're going to be considered witnesses on the shtar. The Kula Mishum Tanai, and all the rest are there just as a condition. Reish Lakish says, Kula Mishum Edim, they're all considered witnesses on the shtar. Rashi says, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Shnayim Niskavin Lachsom Bo L'Shem Edim. So 2 of them, his intention is that they sign as witnesses. V'chulam Lo Hechsem Bo L'Vaisha Barabim. The other ones that are signing, he's only signing in order to embarrass her in public. Utanai Gomer Hitel Beget Zen. It's a condition that he's putting in the get, that it's not going to be a get unless everybody signs. And again, the other opinion is Reish Lakish, Kula Mishum Edim, they're all considered witnesses, Niskavin Lachsima, meaning he wants them all to sign as witnesses on the get. And the Gemara says, Hey Chidami, what's the case? If the case is that he did not say the word kulchem to them, but we learned in the Mishnah, Amar Lasara Kisvu get L'Ishti, if he says to 10 people, write a get for my wife, Echad Kosev Ushnayim Chosman, that 1 writes and 2 of them sign. Rashi says Ushnayim Chosman v'Kasha L'Tarvayu. That Mishnah would be difficult to both opinions. Diamri Kulam Tzrichim Lachsam, because both Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish agree that everybody needs to sign. But yet it says if you have a situation where you tell 10 people, you don't say Kulchem, the halach is they don't all need to sign. 1 of them writes it and 2 of them sign, and that's all you need. Elo damar lu kulchem. So the Gemara says it must be the cases that he says the word kulchem, and Rashi says Elo damar kulchem de lo shavya gita ad chasimi kulu. By saying the word kulchem, all of you write the get for my wife, so that indicates that they all have to sign. And the Gemara continues, my beinayu. So what's the practical difference between whether they're all signing as part of a condition or they're all signing as edim? And Rashi says, my beinayu, what's the difference? Bein mishum tanai, bein mishum edim, whether they're signing as a condition or whether they're signing as edim, kulam tzrichim lachsum, they all need to sign. That's what it says at the end over there in the Mishnah. It says if he says kulchem, so then 1 writes it and they all have to sign it. And again, what's the difference in terms of why they are signing? And the Gemara answers, Ika beinayu, there's a difference between them. Let's say 2 of them sign on that day. And then the other ones, they sign 10 days later. So that's going to be a nafkamina in terms of whether that's okay. Are they signing as edim or are they just signing as part of a condition? The one who says they're just signing as a condition, so it's fine. The fact that there was a delay is not a problem. But the one who says that they're signing as edim, so then it's going to be a problem. It will be puzzle. And Rashi explains, it's not an edus until they all sign. And since they all didn't sign on the day it's written, now you have a problem of a get muktam, of a get that is predated. And the Gemara continues, Inami, or you can have another nafkamina, kagon shenimtza echad me'am karav apostle. Let's say it turns out that one of the people signing is a relative or is a disqualified aid. Laman damar mishum tanai kosher, according to the one who says it's a condition, so that's fine, it's still going to be kosher. Laman damar mishum edim pasul, but the one who says that they're signing as edim, so that's going to be a problem, it's going to be pasul, because the person, the individual, is not a kosher aid. And Rashi says, Nimtza echad me'am karav apostle v'kaimelan b'sanhedrin. We've established in Meseches Sanhedrin, afilu meya edim and nimtza echad karav apostle edusim b'teil. Even if you have 100 witnesses and just one of them is found out to be a relative or disqualified, so then the edus is going to be batal, the edus will be nullified. And the Gemara continues, Ichasam betchila karav apostle. Now let's say the person who signs at the top is a karav apostle, is a relative, or is a disqualified aid. So in that situation, Amri la kosher, v'amri la apostle. Some say in that case it's kosher, and some say it's apostle. Amri la kosher, some say it's kosher, tenayu, because it's just a condition. And Amri la apostle, but some say it's apostle, because asi lechlufe b'shtaros dialma, because people will get confused by other shtaros. And Rashi says, Ichasam betchila karav apostle b'shnayim harishona, meaning on the first two entries where you have signatures, so they're signed over there on the first two. On one of the first two, a karav apostle, chasam akarav akul and chasam bo bayom. Everyone signed on the same day, but at the very top is a karav or apostle. So Amri lo kasher. Some say kasher. Leman domer misham tanai. Meaning, if you say that they're just signing, the other ones are signing as a condition, it's going to be okay. The avagav dichsim bereisha karav apostle. Even though the top line is signed by a karav or apostle, ha'edus tiskayim beru'yim la'edus. The edus will be fulfilled with those who are able to be edim. V'uyechashav l'tanai, and the one at the top will be considered a condition. The mistam es haksherim because it makes sense to say that those who are kosher witnesses were appointed to be witnesses, and the one who is a relative is just signing as a tanai. But the other opinion says, even if you say that the other ones are all a tanai, it's still possible if the individual who is a karav or apostle signs at the top, because asi lechlufe b'shtaros dialma, because it's going to get mixed up by other shtaros, as Rashi explains. The kevan dechasam bereisha, since he signed first, asi lemeimar zevade l'shem edus chasam. So people are going to come to say, if he signed at the top, he certainly was signing as an aid. V'yachshiru karav b'chol hashtaros, and people will come to allow relatives by all shtaros. And the Gemara continues, Ahud Amar Lu La'asara, there was an individual who said to 10 people, and Rashi clarifies, Ahud Amar La'asara Kulchem, Kisvu Get L'Ishti, he said to 10 people, all of you write a get for my wife. Kisvu Get L'Ishti, he said, write a get for my wife. Chasam Beitrei Minayu B'Yomei, so 2 of them signed on that day. V'Inoch Mikan V'Yad Asara Yom, and the others, they all signed 10 days later. Also, L'Kamid Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, so he came before Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Amar Le, he said to him, and we will continue with this discussion in the next video, on Daf Yotes Amud Aleph.